Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Sich die Sonne nähert, durch die Nähe steigt.
Herr Kaloin, wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Hello everybody, and if you enjoyed that, then you are gullible and you just fell for German wartime propaganda. That was Charlie and his orchestra, a German swing band that was explicitly created with the idea of spreading it to the enemy in prisoner of war camps and concentration camps and via broadcasting it over the sea so that British merchant ships can hear them. And they are essentially, they played the classics of the time and changed the lyrics a bit to make them into propaganda songs. Churchill actually liked them, funnily enough. Now, hello! Welcome back everyone, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the VOD, or whatever it is. I don't think I am, you should be hearing me. Yeah, welcome in, that kind of threw me off guard there, Mr. Goldschmidt. Welcome in, and welcome back. We are currently in the end of February. 26th of February, but I named the stream March because, well, once we're in the area it will be March by then. The war's coming to a close. March, that's only 2 months to go and then the war will end. Now let's see what kind of things High Command has still planned for us. Let's go out into our little patrol area here. We've got Shetland and Furrow in our patrol area, and well, we don't have any milk cows in the area. We've got one up there. We could test that maybe, because last time that thing spawned up here. So yeah, maybe we should. Well, I definitely intend to stay out for at least a month again. Right, let's get out of the fjord. And I do have coffee today. That's a good thing. Oh, actually, hang on. There you are. Right, now you can see whenever I'm talking and you don't hear anything, then you know I'm muted.
Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Right. Here we are. Out at sea again. Lovely, lovely. And at this point out here, we want to raise the snorkel and lower the flag. Raise the snorkel, lower the flag. Reitenbach and Rossmann, both of them on the bridge. That worked this time. Very nice. Here we go. Moin Charlie, welcome back. And off we go into our patrol grid. And we're gonna be probably snorkeling a lot in there. And we have already reached our area. It is 8 o'clock. That means that Mr. Rossmann has been asleep for 2 hours already. Okay, I don't want to disturb him. And he's got his nice deep sleep. What's it called? A deep sleep phase. So Mr. Reinecke can do it as well. I think he can abandon his radar warning receiver for 5 seconds. There we go. And now back to your station. Right, once we're north of Shetland, I'm gonna do the first hydrophone check, I think. Moin, ganze Shooten, how are you, sir? Oh. Oh, you spotted them late? Jesus.
Konzentriert. Schneller, schneller.
Get in.
Startseerohr besetzen. Auf
Crash dive.
maximal sichere Tiefe gehen.
That's why I have one designated to the valves. For exactly that reason. That is the reason. Can we pop off a radio message real quick before we go down? I think we can. Yep, very good.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
And slow down because we don't want to rip off the snorkel. Food-wise, we need to keep a watch on that, because for some reason they stuffed the entire thing full with preserved pork. Now as it gets used, we have to kind of refill, restock.
Meter.
Right, there we are. Level us off at 50.
Auf 50 Meter. 60 Meter.
I don't think they were close enough to actually throw the depth charges anywhere meaningful. Cancel the alarm and everybody return to your normal duties. Which for the ECO is sleeping, for them is the map, and then that's all fine. We're gonna remain here until 1500. Let's do 1700 hours. Go. And now, Mr. Mai, I need you on the dive planes. And we're gonna back up. Nope. We're gonna go up to periscope depth or snorkel depth.
45 Meter.
Up you go.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf See.
Dead slow.
Bootführer und Umblick eingesteuert.
There we are. Up scope. Scope is up. And look at that. Just as the sun sets. Now, we might be duped into feeling a sense of safety as the night falls, but those times are long gone. We planes have radar and ley lights and all that. Night is not safe anymore. Okay, a downscope and bring us to slow speed. And then we'll remain like this for a while. I mean, we've got historically and inaccurately, we've got the hydrophone. But if the game prevented me from using the hydrophone, what I would do is every half hour we would just switch to the or every 2 hours we would switch to the electric engine and have a little hydrophone check, and then switch back over to diesel, which the engine department would absolutely hate. You know, bringing the engines to a dead stop every 2 hours, that is a lot of work. They would absolutely hate us for it. But historically speaking, you cannot use the hydrophone while the diesel engine is running. The ship, the noise that the ship produces itself is too much, and you can't use the hydrophone. Now in this game, the hydrophone range itself is already vastly too large, with 77 miles, and it also works while the diesel is running. Doesn't really make any sense. Well, we'll try to fix that with mods on the next playthrough. And then if That's the next thing. If they actually implement that at some point with the diesel the diesel making too much noise for the own hydrophone, then we should have like a little button on here, like this one for the hydrophone check. Or here on dive schedules, we should be able. Oh no.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Damn it. Bring us back down, please. Yeah, you can go to bed, by the way. And now you need to refill the tanks. It probably blew out a little bit. No, it's actually full. Okay.
Herr Kapitän.
Herr Kaloy. Herr Kapitän.
Elektrokompressor ausschalten.
There we go. Yeah, it shouldn't be long now until our next playthrough. Well, we're gonna wait for the Type 9 DLC. That's the main thing. It's just a weird sector. We are now in late war. We're now in the late war, and they just send us into allied aircraft range all the time, and we are doing Arctic convoys at the moment. So I don't think we'll finish that mission objective because it is already the 27th of February, 1945, and yeah, things are happening. It's all coming to a close here. Now look at that, Poland has already liberated Hungary. The entire world map seems to be red at this point. It's yeah, almost the entirety of Africa. Man. And we're not picking up anything on the hydrophone either. That's so unfortunate. I mean, we could go into Scupper Flow again, just for shits and giggles.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Although, maybe this late in the war we probably shouldn't do that. I have a feeling they would pick up our periscope and our snorkel with radar, even with the anti-radar coating. Speaking of which, is headquarters done? I think that's done. There's nothing more to research. No more recon to do. It's all done. The only thing that I can do now is send my milk cows around, which at this point in the war should not be alive anymore. They should have all been sunk by now. But I think I guess we kept them safe, putting them in grids where they were not detected. Warsaw. Well, I mean, it's a bit far inland. We could go to Danzig, maybe. Oh, even though that's not in there. That's something that I loved about the Wolves of Steel mod for Silent Hunter 5. I think if you start a campaign at Silent Hunter 5, it starts, if you don't do the tutorial, it starts a week before the World War starts. So it sends you to patrol out here in the Bay of Danzig before the war starts. So you're basically in position to start torpedoing Polish ships on the morning of September 1st. And what the modders did is they made the ship of the line Schleswig-Holstein, the one that fired at the Western Plate that started World War II, basically. They made that ship leave Kiel and come to the area and actually fight there. And I had multiple run-ins when I did mod testing and all that. I had multiple run-ins with the Schleswig-Holstein firing at a group of Polish destroyers and whatnot. It was the most cinematic shit ever. I loved every second of it. Now that's the level of detail that we need in games like this. And you could theoretically, like obviously the Schleswig-Holstein, she can take care of 3 destroyers firing their puny guns at her. But you could help her and fire at the destroyers as well. And then there were also like German dive bombers coming in, firing on those destroyers. Man, it was cinematic as hell. And it's such a pity that Silent Hunter 5 is just so buggy that even mods can't properly fix it. Because if they were able to do that, I would probably do another run through or playthrough of that, because that was amazing. And I know that in the Living Silent Hunter, I think you can also theoretically follow the Bismarck, because her route is modded in the game. And I think you can't save her, but you can partake in the battle, and then she sings regardless. But I haven't actually found her. I know where she sank. You can look that up, obviously. But you know, we don't need the coordinates where she sank. We want to intercept the Bismarck before she was sank. I had a bit of trouble finding her. Maybe that's something we can do on our Silent Hunter 3 test. Oh, and the sea is not happy with snorkeling. Okay, then bring us to the surface.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
On another sunset. Alright, let's refill the compressed air reserves.
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
And if the weather is not happy about snorkeling in the first place, then we can lower the snorkel. And we can probably slow down in here.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
Already in position. Just we fell for communism on April 4th. I mean, it's not April yet. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah. I see. I guess the front line is somewhere like here or something at the moment, probably. Yeah, it's vastly inaccurate. Like they should be, I think they should already be on the, are they on the Rhine? Probably. When did they liberate the Netherlands, I wonder? March 45, they should already be on the outskirts of Berlin, right? I actually don't know about the highly detailed front. Like, why were they in March 45? That's a good question, actually, now that I think about it. I think Italy was probably already captured by that point. Italy occupied by Germany in the Red Zone. Not sure about that. Now I think when we are on the western side here, we should probably do another hydrophone check, and the weather looks good, so... Well, first of all, a save, that's important. And then... let's dive down again. For that, we are raising the snorkel. There we go. Did I just breathe condensation? Hang on. That is so cool. So unimportant, but very cool. Get a temperature? No, 11 knots. Well, I mean, we are very far north and it's only March. I bet it's cold. Well, time to go down then. And thankfully, with the diesel engines running, that'll keep us nice and cozy.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Mr. Rossmann, why are you on that? Yeah, we can see we've got Seifert for that. Gentlemen, you seem to be unaware of your duties. What is going on with you guys? Yeah, man the bloody dive planes, come on.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe.
I do
Bootführer
hope
und
so.
Umblick eingesteuert.
Yeah, they are definitely not done with this game. let's just say it like it is, man. They are definitely not done yet. Hey, do they want to get up? What's their issue? What is their major malfunction? Right, both engines. Low speed.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Herr Kapitän,
And scope is lowered, very nice. What about the other one? The other scope is also lowered. Okay, perfect. Could subsail on rivers, at least bigger ones. Yes, there was. The Type 2 Deltas, they sent them over the Danube River. Like they transported them partly over the Danube River, then they transported them on trains, I think, and on bigger old lorries. There's pictures of that where they transported on a lorry through town. It's the most bizarre thing ever. And then they transported them to Romania, and they helped in the Black Sea campaign because the Type 2s were deemed probable submarines. Like they couldn't go through the Marmara Sea and through the Strait of what's that thing called? Strait of Istanbul. They couldn't go through that because that was controlled by Turkey, and they didn't want the Germans to pass through there. So they sent the boats over land. And then they tried to fight against Soviet shipping in the Black Sea. And then at the end of the war, the crews, when the tide turned, they sent their submarines to the northern coast of Turkey, scuttled them, and got interned in Turkey. We can look that up. Oh, someone sent me a link the other day. Sunken ships of the second one. No, someone sent me a link of ArcGIS. Is that it? Oh, that's it. That would be cool. Hang on, I'm going to show that on stream if I can. Yes, that's it. Nice. Haha. Right. Okay. That'll take me a while. Hang on. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Right, here we are. That's all the ships sunk in World War II. And the blue ones are Axis. No, the blue ones are Allies. The red ones are Axis, and the neutral ones are white. And so you can see every single ship that was sunk, and you see some of them are even on rivers here. Funnily enough, most of the U-boats that you will find are like here. That's Flensburg. By the way, that's the German Naval Academy right there, where the officers go. It looks like a Teutonic castle. It's absolutely amazing. Most of them are in the bay here because they took them home, and in Operation Rainbow they sank themselves. And this one right here, U-2540, is the only surviving Type 21. They scuttled that on the 4th of May 1945, and they refloated that. I think it served in the Soviet Navy for a while, and then they gave it back to the Federal Navy as a training ship. Like that was part of the early Federal German Navy. as a training submarine, and then now, today, it sits in Bremerhaven, which is right here. And then there it is as a museum. That's Type 21 right there, and you can visit it today. So if you're ever in Germany, make sure you go for Bremerhaven and visit the Type 21, because that's super interesting. Obviously, it's no longer in its original state because it was refloated and then served in 2 different navies post-war. But it's still interesting. And then in Kiel, where is Kiel? Kiel is right over here. There's the honorary thing of Laboe. That is right there. And there is a Type 7-41 that you can visit. So if you're ever in Germany, there's 2 submarines that you can visit. Maybe you find that interesting. Let me just get chat over there so I can actually read it. There we go. In Pittsburgh. Nice. Moin Elchlenker. If you can send links. Oh, what's happened? What's happened? Okay, never mind. What we were talking about is the... Not the subs that you can actually visit. Oh, hang on. S137. Did that run aground? Bombed. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like, it even tells you how many souls were lost, how many tonnage, and what the cause of the sinking was. U2355 on the 3rd of May. Scuttled. Yeah, they all scuttled their ships. And then if we go into the Black Sea, like we talked about, you see here on the northern coast of Turkey, U19, U20, U23. Those were all Type 2 submarines, and they scuttled their ships. This was date converted. Okay, do we have a date of sinking? Yes, 10th of September 1944. What do we have here? 10th of September 1944. Like, this looks like a group effort. They all did that on the same day. 11th of September 1944. Yeah, so the last surviving subs went to the northern coast of Turkey, scuttled, and then went to the Turkish authorities and went like, hello, we are here now. We would like to be interned. Thank you very much. And I don't think they actually lost any submarines down here. I think they only sent down 3 and they all scuttled. U-24, no! Okay, never mind. U-24, 20th of August 1944, landing craft. Oh, that's F. No, hang on, wrong ship. There we go, 20th of August 1944, landing craft. No, that's not the one I mean. U-24, please. That one. Landing craft. F568. Oh, U9 as well. Oh. Minesweeper. Alright, okay, that seems wrong. U9, there we go. Ah, we even got a picture. U9 is a Type 2 Bravo, I think? Sunk by a bomb, yeah. And then over here we have 24, submarine scuttled. Okay. So they scuttled east of Romania. So they had 2 U-boats at least, 5 U-boats at least in this area. I could spend hours on this page, man. Like, it's addictive. You wanna look for as many as you can. And hang on, where's the Bismarck? There she is. There's the Bismarck. 27th of May 1941. Sunk by shelled and torpedoed. Yeah, that makes sense. Right there in the North Atlantic. Right, back to the war, because that's not over yet. Well, you could say that it was nennenswert. I don't know if I would call it noteworthy. Like, it was an attempt to hinder Soviet shipping there, and I don't think it really did that, because the Type 2 Deltas, they had 5 torpedoes. How much could they actually achieve down there? I mean, they were deemed to fit the role because they were so small, but I mean, Oh, it's actually quite deep there. I wonder how accurate that is. Hang on. Oh, it could actually well be. I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't call it noteworthy. USS Requeen was built in 1945 but never saw service and was converted into a radar picket, and eventually we got it moored outside our science center. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so the map is called, it's on an ARC, Alpha Romeo Charlie Golf India Sierra.com. Actually, I could probably just link you that, because I can send links. Hang on, I'm gonna do that in both chats. Give me a second. There you go. And there you go. If you ever want to look at sunk World War II ships, that's a good source for it. Right, we are now submerged again, and we still don't have anything on our hydrophone. That's a shame. Hate it when my coffee goes cold. Oh, actually, maybe I should actually put the chat on my little cell phone, and then I don't have to tap out all the time to see what you guys are writing. Come on. There we go. Let's put that there so I can see it. Love maps. Yeah, me too. Find that stuff very, very interesting. Right, and snorkeling is once again not possible, therefore blow past. And we might as well retract the snorkel. And also turn on the compressor. And slow down a little bit. Now we should be getting attacked by planes again soon. Oh, look at that. What beautiful weather. About engine slow speed ahead. Raise the snorkel. You guys can already get in. And once the snorkel is securely in place, go down to periscope depth. And down we go. Beautiful. Now, hydrophone range is looking good.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Let's see for 6 days. And we've nearly already exhausted the patrol area. I was promised a large amount of ships here, by the way, by High Command, and we haven't picked up a single one yet. So I don't know what they consider to be a large amount of ships. It's clearly not that. And once again, snorkeling has become uncomfortable. Operation Migraine, what's that? Was that the decommissioning of ships that they no longer needed, or what was it? Yeah, snorkeling. Still uncomfortable. Go up to the surface. Oh, look at that weather. Jesus Christ, that changes on a dime up here. Again,
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
give us the compressor, please. And in this weather, we're gonna leave the snorkel up. Don't want to send anybody out there.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
USS Requiem? What was it called? SS-418. A Tench class submarine. Ah, okay. Yes. The Migraine 2 radar pick. Oh, it's the... Okay. I see. That's the name of the radar. Decommission and disposal. Decommissioned on December 3rd, 1968. Requiem was towed to St. Petersburg, Florida. February 69 and served there as a non-powered naval reserve training vessel. Yeah. On December 20th, 1971, she was struck from the naval vessel register. So 2 years later. View of Pittsburgh from the sail of US record. The sail? Is that what they call it? Interesting. Oh, you can even see on the Wikipedia picture. You can see where they dismounted all the all the equipment from the tower. Yeah, that's kind of sad. If you're into ships, then that's kind of sad. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was wondering whether or not the migraine was whether or not that was an operation to decommission ships, but I figured it out. It's the name of the radar. The Migraine 2 radar array that they put on there, which I think is hilarious that they called it that, because well, radar beams have been known to cause headaches, which is why nowadays you've got we've got radiation hazard states on board, so that you don't spend time in areas where the radar is beaming directly at you. For example, when the navigation radar is on, you're not allowed to be on the roof of the bridge, or stuff like that. And if the targeting radar is on, you're not allowed to be on the top deck whatsoever, because that thing is a powerful microwave, man. Yeah, we can probably dive again, although I don't think we should when we don't need to. Which is kind of odd, because the way the game is, it's actually better to be submerged, because your hydrophone range is much larger than your visual range. For some reason. Actually being submerged is beneficial.
Kurs setzen.
Up. Crew event. What's going on? Oh, Mr. Krage, really? 2 months before the war's end, you get tuberculosis, really? Oh, man.
Ja.
Could have made it, man. Okay, well, Mr. Krage, what were you part of? Starboard watch. Well, not anymore. And also, medic. Can you carry him to somewhere where he's not in the way of torpedo loading operations? That would be swell, thank you. Ah, so close, yet so far away. Yeah, fair enough. Although, I mean, it is a sad story, really. In the early days of the Federal German Navy, where radar hazard was, or radiation hazard was not that known. You know, the people were just on the fast patrol boats with the radar just beaming overhead, and nobody knew what the long-term repercussions were that. And well, the lawsuits are still going on, as far as I'm concerned, and there is this, let's call it a conspiracy theory, that the German government is prolonging these or drawing these lawsuits out because they hope that they die. They're all old, and you know, they get brain tumors and whatnot, and you know, they're all infertile and all that. And there's this conspiracy theory that, you know, the German government is drawing these lawsuits out for as long as they possibly can, because they know that let's just say that these people don't have all the time in the world. I don't know how true that is. That was not my time, but yeah, the long-term effects of radiation on your brain and all that is absolutely there, and you should take these things seriously. Yeah, government's being our best friend once again. What beautiful weather. We've been at sea for 11 days now, and we have officially completed our operation, so let us get out of Allied aircraft range.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. I think every country has had its experience with that. Radar warning receiver, contact, starboard side astern, right ahead. Let's go. Full speed. Actually, flank speed. Battle stations. We need to go to the TDC, boys. You can go to the attack periscope, and then we will just dive. Oh, you mean because of ultrasonic pings? Yeah, they are also not good for your health. Yeah, for sure. That's the easiest way to get rid of like special, like Navy SEALs or something. When they try to board your ship, just turn on the active sonar, and then they will just die. Very, very ghastly, that technology, man. Also not good for sea life and all that. If we ever, gotcha, bitch. If you ever you're ever in the Norwegian fjords or something and you accidentally leave your active sonar on and you fry all the salmon there, the Norwegians are not very happy about that.
25 Meter.
Right, we are down at slow speed, very nice. And we're down below the surface. Let's level us off at 50.
Tauchen auf.
And then once again,
50
we
Meter.
will remain submerged as long as we can. Air quality is 100% and it'll last 7 hours. Okay, so we can go full speed then.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, that lasts 13 hours. That also makes no sense. I need a mod for that for the next playthrough. There's no way, absolutely no way, that a German submarine in World War II could go 30 knots at full speed on the electric engines. No chance. No, absolutely no chance. Would be nice if the game devs actually got on that and made it a little bit more realistic. Because I don't see what the point of that is. Like they try to they wanted to give us a simulation where you mostly have to do management, and then that's one of the managerial aspects, like taking care of your resources, and they are just vastly too big. So, I hope they fix that. Current depth, too much work from officers. Oh, by the way, cancel alarm. Or I forget that.
Aktuelle Tiefe
Oh, actually, you can go to bed. Let your sailors do that. There we go. Or not your sailors, your officers. Sorry about that.
55 Meter.
His neglected food prep is our Mr. Trömel. Is Mr. Trömel the chef? Is he really? No, Langenbein is the chef. What is Trömel doing there? Get off that. We've got a... What the hell? What who messed with my shift? Must have been the reinstall.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Trömel, get away from there.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin. Aktuelle Tiefe 45 Meter.
That should be Mr. Langenbein there, yeah?
Herr Kapitän.
Yeah, a designated chef. That's what he's there for. That's probably why they struggled with the dive planes earlier, because the reinstall messed with my priorities here. That's correct.
50
Yeah, that's all correct. No, yes, you need to be on the radio because I don't have radio operators. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's fine. But that was weird. The schedule is correct. Yes. No idea what caused that. 9 out of 20 sailors are at work, and that is obviously that's too much work. Like less than half of the crew doing their ordinary schedule. Nah, that's too much, man. Which is realistic. Like sailors will moan about work even when it's the bare minimum that you ask of them. That is very, very accurate. I mean, I've done it. I'd rather be on my bunk and play video games, that's for sure. Well. Base value too much. Okay, why is the food prep not coming in? Is it because he needs to work on it actually? Let's wait for a bit. Or is that just not... Do we just not get any food bonus when we're submerged? That would be weird. We've got varied dishes, why don't you recognize that? Oh well. Well, while we are submerged and lovingly chugging along, I'm gonna get myself a nice little coffee refill. Yep, Aramus, it is already March. We are getting to the end of it, I'm afraid. Looked at the little Jav dude from Chernobyl and I got a migraine within a minute, so... Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. You should probably keep that thing away from your face as good as well as possible. For legal reasons, I can't disclose I obtained this hypothetical Chernobyl dirt, but it may or may not have happened. I'm assuming it has not happened. This did not happen. Ganze shooting is talking out of his ass. Obviously. No shenanigans have happened. No shenanigans ever happened. Nothing ever happened, you know. So yeah, we should not dwell on that. Right, I need coffee. I will be right back. Well, you probably heard the thud of the cup on the table here. I am back, I have coffee, everything's fine. Right, let's go. We have electric power for another 12 hours. We have air for another 5 hours. Now we can swap to blue lighting to make the air last a little bit longer. And then we've got air for 6 hours, okay. And we're going 8 knots. No! Stop watch! Thank God that thing is shockproof. I've dropped it so many times. Now, 8 knots. We're going 8 knots and we've got time for another 6 hours. So that means we will do 48 miles. We should surface over here. Okay, let's see. So the speed will drop when the battery gets low, I think. Another 1 hour and 48 minutes. That's 1.8 hours. 1.7 hours. Should be another 12 miles in there. That's very accurate. Also, we still have a ventilation system, right? I mean, I can probably try that. Does that still work? I noticed that when I start a new save, this doesn't work. But on my old save, this still works. I think that they patched it at some point, but we need to start a new game for that to cause effect. The ventilation below the sea is not supposed to do anything anymore. Or maybe that was a mod when testing. I don't know. I'll have to check that. Right, that is watch change. That's good. That means everybody's still awake. Okay, ventilation is still going. Let's see how much we can coax out of that. But it is already only doing as much as the crew is actually using it, so it's not going up anymore. And it's using up a lot of power. Ventilation plus 4, okay. Ventilation plus 3. And battery power is now the lowest point. Okay. Turn that thing off. And then bring us up to 25 meters. And also slow speed ahead. So we got an additional 13 miles out of that. Just diving on batteries, and we got 60 miles out of it. That's okay. I suppose that's okay. Radar is harmful. Yes, very. It's essentially microwave. I think that's like Mythbusters tested it. Can you cook a chicken with just the radar? And well, you can't. Spoiler warning. But it is essentially the same technology. Like if you stick your, like we did that for fun sometimes. Well, again, in the same. The E4 map here doesn't exist. You're hallucinating, Lieutenant. Yeah, exactly. In the same way as Guns of Shooting does not have radioactive material, right? In the same way, we also did not use the targeting radar when we tested whether or not the targeting radar works to shoot at seagulls and looking at them as they fall out of the sky. That also did not happen. Like the can I put that on screen again? that not have a German? Separate target illumination radar. There we go. Yes. Yes. There. That is not the exact device, but it's the same kind of device. That is what was used for a long time. That is a single radar that sends a high-powered radar beam at a single target to illuminate it, so that missiles can fly at it. So missiles just basically go for the illumination spotlight of that. It's called STIR, STIR, which is a, what's it called? Separate target illumination radar. STIR. We like the acronym STIR because that's almost the German word for bull, so it's easy to pronounce for us. So these things, hang on, fire control system, well, and it doesn't matter, it's about the technology itself. So that illuminates a single target, sends a massive amount of radar beams at that, and the missile then knows what to go for. Now, theoretically, you could fire that at something organically, maybe. Like I'm assuming if you fire that at a human, it doesn't really do much because, you know, we've got thick skulls and whatnot. But if you fire that at a bird, essentially kind of messes with them, and they might fall. You know, they might get disoriented by that, and they might fall out of the sky, and that might look quite funny actually. And that might be animal abuse, and that's why you don't do that. You know, that's why that never happened. Nothing ever happens. If you require more information, please consult the graph. Yeah, there's loads of shenanigans going around on. You know how every kind of craftsman will have like a thing where they troll their new ones, like get a replacement bubble for the oh, there we go. Like we need a replacement bubble for that thing. Can you go and fetch one? You know, stuff like that. Obviously you've got jokes like Jesus. Obviously you've got jokes like that in the Navy as well. One of them was the amidships brake. Like there's in the middle of the ship there's a handbrake that you have to pull. It's literally a cancer gun. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. That is essentially what it is. Yes, that's why we shoot it at ships and not at people. And we one of the things that we did was control the new guys, the FNGs. Is we are doing radar measurements. Like we have to check if our radar is actually doing things. It's actually working properly. So you send people, you clad them in aluminium foil, and you give them like big old baking sheets, like from the bakery on board, big old baking trays. And these are so that the radar beams actually reflect, and you send them on the pier and hold up those baking trays. And you do that with them for 3 or 4 hours, and everybody in the port knows, oh, look at that, that's just the new guys getting trolled. Go find the Humvee keys. Yeah. That kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. In German, we have the Kartendruckraum, the map printing room. Kartendruckraum, KDR, which is ironically also the acronym for commander. So you would send the new guy up to the Kartendruckraum, the map printing room, and well, don't worry about it. There's an old guy in there. He's hard of hearing, so he's a civilian as well. You don't have to listen to anything that he says. Just go up there and print me map number 1511, something like that. And one of my friends actually fell for that one, and he went up to the commander's room, just went in without knocking, obviously, because it's just the map printing room, you know. And obviously the commander was in there, and he thankfully recognized that that's the commander, and said, "Oh, commander, are you here to print maps as well?" And then, you know, the chewing out was not that hard because obviously he knew the prank, and he was like, "Ah, well, someone made a fool of you, sir." He was very cool about it. But yeah, with the radar sheets, it's hilarious because you put them in aluminium foil with large baking trays, and they stand on the pier and they wave these things around, and you go, yeah, 20 meters to the left now, and then 30 meters to the right. Yeah, that looks good. Well done, boys. And you can do that for hours with them. And it's hilarious too, because obviously they with the aluminium foil to protect them from the harmful radiation, of course. Obviously you don't put the radar on or anything. With them being an aluminium foil, obviously the sun reflects off them, so everybody in the harbor sees it, and everybody knows this. Oh, look at that over there! You guys getting trolled, isn't that? And then sometimes we even had other ships sending their guys over as well, because they told the new guys that's a good thing for you to know. You should go over there, report to their officer, and show them what they're teaching there. So we trolled basically the FNGs of another crew as well. And lots of that going around. Right, we were up on the way up to the surface. We're at 25 meters. We're gotta slowly get up to periscope depth because I don't want to overshoot. What's actually what is the actual periscope depth on that thing? Is it 7? Looks good. I think the weather is favorable for snorkeling. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Go find the Humvee keys. I like that one. That's a good one. Right, we can switch back over to normal lighting. Thank you, Mr. Reitenbach. And then... Well, if I turn on the ventilation now, I think I tested that before. Now that should work, because we have air coming in from the snorkel. And it's not. It's still working on its depleted state. Too bad. Right, and 4 hours until we are full on the battery there. Who's stressed? What from? Just having a casual dive. Yeah, air is refreshed, that's good. Battery is recharging, very, very nice. There we go, all full. God, what other ones were they? Obviously the amidships brake, or amidships handbrake, that's a good one. The exhaust samples, yeah, I mean that's the exhaust samples is kind of like you would find that in a civilian job as well, like oh, would you? No, well, maybe in a mechanic shop or something like that. Collecting the sparks when you grind something as well. Well, we had the fog degenerator, that was also fun. We had a bit of fog at some point, and we sent our starboard lookout down to the engine shop, or the what's it called, the engine department basically, to get a fog degenerator. And basically the joke was just, you know, we sent him down there, he asks for the fog degenerator, they say there's no such thing, they sent him back up, and he just went through the entire ship for no reason. That was the entirety of the job. What we did not expect is that the guys in the engine department actually give him something, and what they gave him was like a laser distance measure device, you know, the thing that you'd have them in your pocket nowadays to measure distance, like a little laser. That thing was from the 80s. That was a 20-kilogram box. Like, it had to be attached to the wall with a wall plug. It was a massive thing, and it weighed 20 kilograms. And he lugged that thing from the engine department all the way to the bridge, and he came onto the bridge with that giant thing. It's like, here, I've got the fog degenerator. And we were all like, what? Oh, yeah, oh, yes, right, yeah, the fog degenerator, yeah, sure, we sent you down for it, yeah, and that thing absolutely exists, sure. And then we sent him out back into the starboard bridge wing, made him lash that thing to the railing so it doesn't fall overboard, and then he just fired this laser into the fog for half an hour. And, yeah, basically just, obviously that did nothing, because it's just a laser. And then after about, I think, an hour or something, he radioed in like, okay, can I stop now? And we were like, no, just you know, keep degenerating that fog. You're doing great. You're doing absolutely great. And then, ironically enough, the fog did lift, and so yeah, we sent him back down to give the engine department their fog degenerator back. And I don't know if he ever figured out that that was just him being trolled. Maybe he believes to this day that he destroyed fog. I don't know. Also, the commanding officer came onto the bridge, and funnily enough, on German warships, the commander sits on the right, the starboard side, and the navigations officer sits on the port side. And those are the only two that have set seats on the bridge. Well, and the helmsman, which is something that the Americans are always very jealous of, because their helmsmen have to stand. Ours get to sit. Like our helmsman right here. Look at that, he gets to sit. Isn't that nice? You have it so much better than the American submariners, man. Although I don't know about the submarines. Maybe they do stand. Maybe they do sit on submarines. Well, the CO came on the bridge. Obviously, the starboard side bridge wing is right next to where he sits. So he just looked out and he saw them sitting with that box there, and he's like, "What's he doing?" And the officer of the watch just said, "Well, he's got the fog degenerator." And the CO just looked at him and was like, "Uh-huh, okay." And there's no other questions were asked at this point. Yeah, I mean he was the quintessential soldier. He had an order and he just followed it, and he just did not question it. He was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I can use a device to change the weather. That's normal." Oh man, that's sometimes I miss it. Only sometimes though. There's a whole lot of nonsense going on that you don't miss. Well, I do. Hang on. Do I need to resupply at this point? I do have 77% fuel. That's fine. Food-wise, we're looking good. We could get some bread, but I don't think we necessarily need to. We've got deck gun ammo. We've got food. No, I don't think we need resupply at this point. I'm just gonna patrol a little bit up here. No, that's a bit ugly. How about that? And we've been at sea for 16 days already. We should probably get into harbor soon. Because then, oh man, hang on. If we we stay at sea for another 30 days, another 15 days, then it'll be April. And then we send our boys home for shore leave, and then it's May. And then we're in port when the war ends. Obviously, I don't know these things. Like my commanding officer doesn't know that the war is ending. I think I should turn back now. I would honestly turn back now, send them on shore leave, and then go out for what's most likely going to be our last patrol. Yeah, let's go. I think we don't sink anything on this trip, unfortunately. Both engines half speed ahead. We're going home. And another crew event. Mr. Mai, what's up? Problem in the galley. Upon opening the stores, he found a layer of mold growing across the canned meat. Well, if the mold was growing over the canned meat, hey, it's still in a can. And obviously, there's some biomass that maybe the preserved pork had some liquid dripping out of it or something, and that dripped on the cans, and that is moldy. Like the cans, if it's growing over the cans, you know what I mean? Like, check the cans if they are still sealed, and then that should be fine. So scrape the mold off the cans, and you'll keep the food. Obviously. That's silly. Or in the way of, has anyone seen the series The Terror? Where the cook was like, ah, yeah, I know a way how to fix this. Add salt. U307. Did I not command that at some point? Hang on. Oh, 373. Never mind, not 307. We will radio by 307. Let's hear it. Also patrol completed. We can probably send that.
Funktelegramm gesendet. Wir wurden von einem nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein
Alpha
mögliches Ziel
Foxtrot
in diesem Gebiet informiert.
217. Alpha Foxtrot 217. Oh, hang on, that was just because of the, that message is old. We just received it now because they had a watch change, and then at that second, one of the guys manned the radio room. Yeah, that's a bit of a pity. Maybe he opened the can and it was full of mold. Well, then you should have said that. Archangelsk is modeled on no. Archangelsk is... There's Murmansk and there is Archangelsk. Yeah. It is there. I wonder if it's actually modeled or if it's just a port location. Like some of them... Well, no, I think those days are past. They did have ports in the game there. It said not modeled yet with a little exclamation point. But I think in the last harbor update, like every single harbor that is actually physically here is modeled. Also, that looks like a horror to get into. I don't want to do a harbor raid on that. Although maybe on the next campaign, maybe we should.
Funkmesssignale geortet.
Yeah.
55 Grad.
Well, battle stations, crash dive.
Bleibt ruhig und konzentriert, Männer. Wir schaffen das. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Crash dive!
Maximal sichere Tiefe gehen.
As long as the coffee's not moldy, we're happy.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. E-Motoren wechseln.
Nice.
Auf Blaulicht.
Blue light. We're gonna stay down here as long as we can, as per usual.
45 Meter. Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Ooh, that was crazy. Speed and blue light, that means we get 9 hours of dive time. Cancel alarm. Before I forget that. Because I often do.
50 Meter.
Also, Theo, come on. You can go to bed. Let the officers do it. That's what you got them for. And then at 6 AM, I think. Who is stressed? Man. We're down at 50 meters, boys. It's not that deep. Right, bring us up to 15. Let's see if we can do that without overshooting.
Aktuelle Tiefe 35 Meter.
15 Meter.
Yep, we can. Very nice. Both engines. Slow speed.
Fahrt voraus.
Ah, we got the bug. Nice. There we go.
Aktuelle Tiefe 20 Meter.
Before you go to bed, watch change at the moment happening. Go to the dive planes, bring us up to periscope depth.
Auf Seerohrtiefe. Herr
Go.
K9.
That's
Kleine
slow.
Fahrt voraus.
And
15
red light, please.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
Kommandant, wir sind auf Periskoptiefe.
Mhm. Oh, that weather does not seem snorkel friendly. Right,
Anblasen.
low ballast then.
5 Meter.
Half ahead. And off we go.
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern. Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Right. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Also,
Herr Kaloin,
Ja,
retract the snorkel, please.
Schnorchel einfahren.
ich erwarte
Hoist the
Ihren
colors. This game is very beautiful. Can't be said enough. Oh. Help. Also, where does my camera drop me all the time? There it is. What a gorgeous game. Also, arriving at 6 in the morning, that's pretty good. We can get a lot of work done before we send them home. Well, if we send them home. I think we're gonna just...
Kurs, Alarm.
Ah!
Aufgefechtsstation.
That's...
Aufgefechtsstationen. Anlauf beginnt.
Operate? What's going on? Just one plane?
Herr Kapitän.
Große Fahrt voraus. Vorflug.
That deck a wash.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Elektrokompressor einschalten. Funkraum besetzen.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Ja, Herr Kaloin.
Aircraft spotted. Okay, where?
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
We've been spotted, have we?
Aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon. Funktelegramm gesendet.
Hard to port.
Ruder hart an Bord.
Kapitän,
I guess we've got one contact. Does Germany have Marines? Yes, we do. But not in the same sense that the Americans do. Like in the Americans, they are their own little, well, their own Streitkraft. What's that in English? Like you've got the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and the Marines. We don't have that. We don't have them organized like that. We just have well, naval soldiers essentially, and they are part of the Navy, and they are a lot less. And we've got the Bordeinsatzkompanie.
Alarm beenden.
Did that thing just fly into a mountain? What was that camera shake? Jesus. Bordeinsatzkompanie, which is like the on-ship company, I guess. Like they do like mobile protection elements and stuff like that. And Küsteneinsatzkompanie, coastal command, I suppose. I don't know how to call it. No, not coastal command. Coastal, like they'll do land operations basically. And then we also, in that we have the Kampfschwimmer, which is the equivalent to the Navy SEALs, I suppose. And the divers, the Navy divers, the mine divers, all of those guys, they are all part of that group, which would theoretically be the Marines, basically. Like its own core, yeah, I suppose. Hang on, let me find that. Teilstreitkraft is such a German word, man. There's a noun made out of 3 nouns. Branch. Branch. Yeah, branch. That's the word. Military branch. I assume you got an 88 to the chest. Yeah, probably. Probably. There was a contact, then there was a camera shake, and that was gone. So, yeah. I suppose we can blow up the tank now. And go back to low speed. Also, I did not even see that. Mr. We are Alfarius. Welcome in. First time chatter. Nice to have you. Okay, so that was basically, that wasn't a harbor raid, that was just a single ship being, a single airplane being spawned, probably to attack me, and then that got swiftly taken down by harbor anti-air. I had that before. Also, that means alarm is cancelled, yes. Cancel direct orders, and also let your soldiers go. And also hoist the colors again, because we won't need to dive. Right, starboard 10.
Rudergänger, 10 Grad. Steuerbord.
The amount of time he spent saying Rudergänger is hilarious. Come up to 5, please.
Ruder, 5 Grad.
I don't know why I keep saying please. Like, it's an order. You don't need to say please. And rudder amidships.
Midschiffs.
Both engines dead slow.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
Starboard 20.
Rudergänger, 20 Grad. Steuerbord. Ruder,
to starboard.
Steuerbord.
There we go. Come up to 10.
Rudergänger, 10
Also, the
Grad.
way the rudder reacts
Steuerbord.
is way too quick. Look at that.
Rudergänger, 10 Grad. Steuerbord.
Rudder amidships. And there we are. Felix Krage was taken to a sanatorium. Yes, that is one of the things that happened. Thank you for mission completed. Yes. Yes. I suppose we didn't do that, yes. We did not think anything. That is a bit of a downside here. Right, we need a new sailor for Mr. Krage as a replacement. Do I still have a specialist on shore? I do not. No, but Uwe Hoffmann can come with us and he can fill in on the starboard watch. Uwe Hoffmann, there we go. Can I send them on vacation? Yes, I can. Now Bergen only will be 2 weeks, and then Bavarian village will be 21 days. So that's a whole week longer. By then it will be... Yeah, we can do it. Yeah. One last vacation at home. Meanwhile, we will load up on... Oh, look at that! We'll need that. We get cheese? No cheese for us, I suppose. Potatoes we still have. And then canned meat. Yes. More of that. And then we're off duty for another 20 days. Now I'm gonna be AFK for a second. I will be right back. Don't run, don't go anywhere. I'll be angry with you if you do. Almost. There we go. And there we are again. Lovely. Okay, so crew's back. Everything's happy. We've got probably a new mission objective. Land an agent in Ireland. I don't think that will do us much good anymore. But it would bring us over England. That's probably good. Eduard Hermann. Sure, let's do that. Right, it is now the 8th of April, 1945. I think I'm just gonna rename the stream real quick. Because we will absolutely make it to the end. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, Mr. Goldschmidt. Like I've got this, well, first of all, we've got the spy on board, Werner Schneider. Well, that's probably not his real name. And then for some reason, High Command has like demanded that I put this Argentinian exchange officer on my boat. I have no idea what the deal is that. It's Senor Hilta over here. He seems very, very suspicious, and also for some reason he seems to be very, very well connected. I have no idea what's up with that, but I guess yeah, I guess I have a new first watch officer or second watch officer now. Yeah, no idea what's up with that. No idea. Okay, well we've got a new mission objective, so let's just go. Both engines dead slow ahead. Also, he looks like he just shaved off a beard underneath his nose or something. It's very, very odd character. Don't really trust him. Oh man, I've got a spam bot. That's fun. I suppose he's Spanish, probably. It's the Argentinians, I think. Are they hostile? Well, Spanish is still neutral. Argentina is also neutral. The port is red though, so No, no, no. Uruguay, Argentina, they're all red. They're all red. Names are red, but the map is beige still. When did Argentina join the war, actually? I know that they did. Remained neutral for most of World War II despite pressure from the United States to join the Allies. However, Argentina eventually gave in to the Allies' pressure, broke relations with Axis power on January 26, 1944, and declared war on the 27th of March 1945. Okay, so a week ago. Okay. Yeah, well, they stayed out of it for as long as they could. I you know, can respect that. Like, only joining the war effort when the thing is already a guaranteed victory in the, anyway.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, so no idea what to do, what to make of that Spanish exchange officer. No idea.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Also seems an odd date, you know. At this point in the war, is it really important to maintain relations like that? I don't know.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Very strange. Argentina is totally hostile and you definitely shouldn't go there. Yeah, well, we won't. Like, we've got a mission to deliver an agent to Ireland. Like, I don't know what do you mean about Argentina? Like, that's no idea what got that into your head. We're on both engines slow. We're gonna need our fuel on this one. Oh, I should probably refuel. Okay, I should have refueled in port. Yes, I should have. 8,000 miles. Yeah, well, we can refuel on one of our milk cows. We're gonna drop off the spy and then we're gonna go for the milk cow. That should still be alright. I don't want to turn around now.
Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Also, I think fuel on the milk cows is cheaper than in port at the moment because of the supply difficulty. Yeah, well, things are happening. Right, off we go. These things have enormous range. Oh, do I really want to give Mr. Hilter some men? I don't know. Senor Hilter, sorry. Peter Konrad and Ralf Hoffmann are the ones on the bottom. I've got two Hoffmanns, Peter Konrad and Ralf Hoffmann. And then the next one is Karl Sommer. Peter Konrad, Karl Hoffmann, Uwe Hoffmann and Volker Reitenbach. Are they? Uwe Hoffmann is there. But Reitenbach is not set to anyone, and he's got Peters. Okay. Reitenbach, Hoffmann, Karl Sommer. Schulz, is Georg Schulz part of anything? Yeah, okay. That reset my cruise. That entire... okay, no wonder they are always complaining that there's too much work from officers. Reinstalling the game just messed with my with all of my schedules. Okay, let's just do it quick. Like, absolutely, we're not in the position of the war to that should even be a thing, but we're gonna do it again. Our chef was Mr. Langenbein, I remember that. And then we need 7 sailors per watch. Schumann, Ober, Schlag, Fischer, Müller, and Weber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 should be enough. Weber, and then Rossmann, Böhmel, Ebeling, Müller, Langenbein is the chef, Seifert, and Tim. And then Richard May gets Mr. Schulz, Georg Schulz. Hubert Leimkühler gets Karl Sommer. Eberhard Rossmann gets Peter Konrad. Norbert Reinecke gets Ralf Hoffmann. Senior Hilter. That's not enough men. Hang on. Ralf Hoffmann. Uwe Hoffmann. Volker Reitenbach. What happened there? What happened there? Hang on. Langenbein is set, we know that, okay. Well, commanding officer had Peters, for sure. Bernhard Scholz, Reitenbach, Hoffmann. Hilter, Hoffmann, and Konrad, the other Hoffmann. Sommer on Reinecke. Schulz on Rossmann. Leimkühler. Georg Schulz gets Tim. Richard May gets Seifert. Then we've got the chef, sure. Oh, and then I should have 5 per crew, right? Yeah, 5 per crew. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 per shift, and then the 2 Dauerwächter, which is Langenbein and Peters, and then 5 per shift. Yeah, okay. So Seifert was the last one. Langenbein is the chef. Müller, Ebeling, Römel, Rossmann, Weber. And then on the other watch, we've got Müller, Fischer, Schlag, Gruber, and Schumann. That should work. And then 10 out of 20 sailors are on duty. Perfect watch roster. We love it. There we go.
Funkmesssignale geordnet.
Yeah. Flank speed. Already on battle stations. Very nice. Get in.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Funkraum besetzen.
Oh god, the flag. Come on, get the flag, quick. What are you doing on the bridge? Get in.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
What are you doing?
Herr Kaloin.
Come on, get that bloody flag. Who's doing it?
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden
Mr. Peter Konrad. What are you doing?
Aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon.
Fuck's sake.
Folgen Sie mir.
No,
Ja,
down.
Herr Kaloin, ich kümmere mich darum.
Auf maximal sichere Tiefe gehen.
Bring her down quickly now. We lost way too much time on that.
Aktuelle Tiefe.
We still made it though.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Where you're playing.
25 Meter.
No, I don't. That was my imagination.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Right, level us off at 100 then.
Tauchen auf 65 Meter. 85 Meter.
There we go. The hatch closes automatically, that's not a problem. Yeah, they do that, don't worry about that.
Aktuelle Tiefe 100 Meter.
Although, yeah, I could have closed that myself, yeah. That would have been such an officer thing to do, honestly. Like, I have 5 people crammed in the tower. Officer comes down, doesn't close the hatch, gives the order to dive, and then just goes away. Well, thankfully there were sailors in here who were like, dude, what's the bloody hatch? Yeah, I mean, that was Hilta, I think. It's like, man, this guy is weird. Like, he doesn't have any skills. Apparently he's a leader. He doesn't have any skills. He's super connected. And, like, he does, like, beginner mistakes like that. It's like he's never been on a sub a day in his life. This is a very, 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 very shady character. I don't trust him. I don't know why High Command feels like we have to lob him around. I don't get it.
105 Meter.
Right, let's bring us back up to 50.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Aktuelle Tiefe 50
And
Meter.
we'll bring us up to periscope depth then.
Seerohrtiefe. 30 Meter.
Yeah, cancel alarm. Very good. And, well, if you stay on the map, you can send your boys to sleep. And, well, weather is not very favorable for snorkeling, I think. But we're just gonna remain here on periscope depth until the air runs out. Which for some reason now lasts for 18 hours. How did that happen? What? Okay, I mean, I'm happy with it.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
No idea why that is the case now, but okay. Right, bring us up to the surface. Both engines on slow speed, that is lovely.
Motoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
And
Messsignale
there they are again.
Meinung 100 Grad.
100 degrees, right, well,
Äußerste
Max Speed.
Kraft voraus.
Flashlight.
Auf maximal sichere Tiefe gehen.
Bleibt ruhig und konzentriert, Männer. Wir schaffen das.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Level us off at 100.
Tauchen auf 100 Meter.
55 Meter.
And both engines dead slow,
Meter.
because we don't have
Aktuelle Tiefe
battery power
95
for
Meter.
a long time. Gonna wait until 5 AM and we're gonna go back to periscope depth.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
45 Meter. 15 Meter.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind
That's still not snorkel friendly weather.
Blick eingesteuert.
Bring us up to the surface. And let's hope that this time we can stay on the surface a little bit longer than last time.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
And we need compressed air now.
Kompressor einschalten.
Oh, actually, let's not do that with the electro compressor. Let's do that with the diesel compressor.
Dieselkompressor einschalten.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Yep. 3 hours to recharge. Hopefully we can make it. Yep, looks good. Okay, what's the weather like? Still, a little bit swelly, I would say. And we have an officer event. Well, do you have thoughts about Mr. Hilter? Or what's the... No, okay. Senor Hilter. Officer Banner, they can't meet. What's up with the meat can production? Officer Bernhard Scholz reports a disturbing discovery in the stores. Most cans of canned meat appear to have been improperly sealed. They are crimped instead of braised. That is new. I have never had that before. That is specifically for canned goods. Nice. This faulty method has allowed contamination to spoil the contents. The food is entirely inedible. This is a serious issue for our ration planning. We must inform BDU, Befehlshaber der Unterseeboote in Uboat High Command, about this problem with the supplier by radio. We will lose 50 units of canned meat. Well, nice. Speaking of which, what is our galley looking like? Well, we can get rid of the cheese out of here and replace that with vegetables before they spoil. And refill that with 25 sausages and 33 pork, and then varied dishes plus 8. Yep, everybody's happy. Lovely. Supplier issue, please report that. Nice, I did not know they had that. How much is the latency from YouTube? I think it is quite a bit. Latency, yeah, for some reason YouTube, like it doesn't get you back up to speed, so whenever there's a little bit of buffer, latency gets longer and longer and longer. That is an unfortunate reality of me dual streaming. I'm using Starlink and it's not good enough for streaming, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I hope that when they install fiberglass into my apartment, then I can go back to like fiberglass. But at the moment, my internet connection in this place was so bad ever since the move that I went for Starlink, and at least now I have internet with that. But it unfortunately is not. It's not good enough for streaming. Like, I can stream to one platform. Like Twitch, I think should be alright. Tell me in the chat if that's not the case. Which should be alright, but the dual streaming to YouTube is not good. Latency here isn't great either. Well, that could just be with me not looking at chat. And we can do a little test here. I've got my eye on chat right now. Ganze shooten. Just write something in chat and I'll tell you when I see it. And then you can tell me when you hear it, and then we can have a little idea about how that's going. It's buffering a lot, but that might just be me. No, I think that might not just be you. I think that's all of you guys. Edgelinker just subscribe. Just subscribe. What's going on? Oh, and the YouTube's very good, very good. Welcome. And also that I rarely see the alerts. I'm gonna be honest. Also, you didn't even know if that put a sound up or anything. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Yeah, yeah, but I can see when the message pops up in the stream. Oh yeah, okay. That is that'll be my bot though. My little bot that obviously has a little bit of latency as well. It's yeah, it's unfortunate. I hope that I can resolve that in the future, but as of right now, this is the best solution that I have. It is what it is. It's like about 20 seconds, I think. Yeah, that's still all right. I think 20 seconds is okay. Like usually when you refer to something, I will still be I'll still know what you're talking about. YouTube, on the other hand, that is, the longer the stream goes, the further it goes into the past, unfortunately. Right, we've got another radar warning receiver. Contact. So, both engines full speed, and bring us down to 50 meters. I don't think we need to go on alarm for that. Down we go. There we go. 19 hours of air and 15 hours of electric engine.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
That's insane.
Aktuelle Tiefe 50 Meter.
That must be bugged. There's no way we've got air for 18 hours. There's just no way.
Kurs setzen.
Right. Bring us back up to Periscope.
Auf Seerohrtiefe. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rückblick eingesteuert.
Usually it's only 8 seconds. In comparison, not great. Yeah, that's true. In comparison, it absolutely isn't. Yeah, you're right.
Anblasen.
Like I said, it's not, oh, Jesus Christ.
Denkt alle an eure Ausbildung.
Where's that one? Oh, that, oh, it's even in range. Okay, we're not gonna get down in time. Full speed.
Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Madman on the guns. We surfaced right on top of their noses.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir
Hey, it's Mai opening the top hatch. Jesus
auf
Christ.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr
Can I climb up,
wir
please?
sind aufgetaucht.
Get on the guns, quick!
Sie ist als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Not you.
Standseerohr besetzen.
I hope them doing leadership skills also increases the accuracy of the guns. That would be great. Oh, that one's coming right there. Come on, take her down. Hard to port. There you go. Nice one, boys. Also, new prisoners. Army chips. There we go.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Okay, you send a message and then cancel the alarm. Yes, cancel direct orders. Send your boys away. You get a soldier and then also recharge our compressed air, please. Drop them off in Dublin. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop them off on the milk cow, I'm going to be honest. That's going to be the thing. And then they will probably get rescued once May the 5th rocks around. Aircraft detected, that's the same one that we shot down. That's fine. Right, both engines slow speed ahead. No need to burn fuel like that. 14th of April now.
Bestätige. Funkmesssignale geortet. Peilung 70 Grad.
Weather is still a bit rocky. Both engines full speed. Bring us down to 50.
55 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
50 Meter.
Right. 18 hours of air, 13 hours of
Langsame Fahrt
electric
voraus.
power. So we're gonna slow down a little bit.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
There we go.
Aktuelle Tiefe 55 Meter.
And when it gets dark, oh, the weather gets worse as well. That's excellent. Bring us back to the periscope depth.
Auf See.
There we are. Okay. Well, we only got pinged once. They just started pinging.
Herr
They pinged
Kaloin,
in
wir
our.
wurden entdeckt.
Das wird nicht einfach, aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres
Never mind, they actually did spot us. Okay. We do have a Zaunkönig. Yeah, that one's got us. That's gotta be that one right there. Oh, hang on, that's coming right for us. Get on the TDC, please. Flood the one with the Zaunkönig in it. Select tube 3. Angle on bow 0. Speed probably something like 15. Distance 600, I would assume. Torpedoes depth 4. Yep. Magnetic pistol. Tube 3. Launch.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
Bring us down.
Tauchen auf
Herr
50
Kapitän.
Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. 30 Sekunden.
And that thing's just doing. Where is that going?
20 Sekunden.
Are you going for the other sub?
20
Oh, please
Meter.
don't tell me you're doing that. Max speed.
Schneller, schneller.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Where are
Herr
you
Kaloin,
going?
feindliche Schiffe geben Alarm.
Wir wissen,
I hate these in this game.
diese Jäger
Why? Why did that turn like 180 degrees around? That's not how they work.
Wir wurden von Este geortet.
That's just not how they work. That's just not how they work. Bring us down to 220.
50 Meter.
tauchen auf 220 Meter.
Meter.
Wasserbomben.
Honestly, where's that going? I have no idea.
Schraubengeräusche. Direkt über uns.
What are you putting in tube 3? Put in another Zaunkönig, please. Yep, they are too high.
Aktuelle Tiefe 75 Meter.
That went well. And they're behind us. Oh, that Jesus.
Tauchen auf 45 Meter.
It's the seabed already. We're very close to the shoreline, I suppose.
Auf Seerohrtiefe. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
105 Meter.
They're really struggling to catch the boat, Jesus.
Alle Maschinen.
That was scary.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
That was very scary.
Aktuelle Tiefe 110 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 70 Meter. Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Wir wissen, wie es geht. Drehen wir den Spieß gegen diese Jäger
What is that torpedo doing?
Boot 3 geladen.
Is the top... Okay, hang on.
Aktuelle Tiefe 20 Meter.
Okay. Not sure whether that is the reason.
Boot für Rundumblick eingesteuert.
Oh, hello. Hi, Mark. Gotta fire another one. And that one too.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung. Herr Kapitän?
Just give him some fire and forgets.
Torpedoversager.
Now, what was that other one? What did they just report as a dud? Not that one. That one's still happily going all the way out here.
Kapitän.
That one. That one dudded. Okay, I think I just yeeted that directly at the hull of an enemy before it would put it into explode. And then that one. That's still going and that's gonna hit. And that took out both propellers. Very nice. Very nice. Is there one behind us? I suppose.
Herr Kapitän?
What's that other sub doing anyway? Damn it. Oh well. That just went through the contacts with left clicks, obviously, and then I did a right click to go back, but right click doesn't go back, right click deletes the contacts, so I now no longer have a contact window. Like, that's the downside. When you play with no map contacts, there's... I don't know, these side windows, they're not really helpful. That's what I wanted to look at anyway. Attack. Type 7B, that is pretty much at the bottom here. They've got you as well.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Someone is evacuating. And then there's the Black Swan over here.
Rohr 5 geladen.
Keep 5 loaded, very nice. Get to the CICE real quick. Angle on bow is red. Target speed is something like that. Speed is probably 9. Target distance 420. Sure. That's all set. Tubes are not flooded. Yes. Wish I could just access the torpedo menu without having to do this.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
I need to switch them over to magnetic, you know. Right, flood tube 5.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
Launch.
Los!
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
And then switch back to forward mode and forward tubes.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin? 40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
Where are you going? Oh, Mom. Why? It's right there.
60 Sekunden.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
»20 Sekunden. Sie gehen unter!
Who's sinking? The destroyer over
Herr
here?
Kaloin, feindliche
Oh, yeah.
Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Right.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Port.
Backbord.
I need
Zeit,
you on the
unseren
engines,
Mut
please.
zu testen, Männer. Schneller, schneller.
Blank speed.
E-Motoren
Telescope.
besetzt.
Also, why are you on the periscope?
Schneller, schneller.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
What was our attack course? It was 338. My course 338.
Kurs 3, 2.
Wasserbomben, sehr nah.
I expected as much. Yeah, there she is, right behind us.
Geortet.
And she's got a lock on us, for sure. Right, yeah, we probably have to get down. Hot port.
Hart Backbord.
Bring her around. Bring her around. Go down.
Tauchen auf 100 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter.
Minimale Schäden.
Oh, torpedo hit. And we also want to drop a decoy. Whilst we're up here.
Wasserbomben, sehr nah.
Get back in. Ooh, damn.
Ausgänze nicht einsatzbereit. 30 Meter.
Well, stern tube doesn't matter. We've got no torpedoes for that anyway. Rudder amidships. Now we just need the speed here.
50 Meter.
Kurs 3, 8.
70 Meter.
Kurs 3, 3, 8.
Bring her back up to periscope there. We still got an attack to do. Mr. Scholz, I need you on the periscope. That's low.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
30 Meter.
Schraubengeräusche, direkt über uns.
Really? I don't think so.
Jawohl.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Oh, hello. There she is.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
I bet we were.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik.
Right there is a
Wir machen
C3.
das schon.
I want to at least get that one. Probably 7 knots. Because they always do for some reason. Select tubes 1 and 4. I need a salvo. There we go. I need you on the CIC. Torpedo speed 44. Target speed 7. Angle on bow is at the moment minus 60, I guess. And distance. Now that is interesting. That's 110 on the zoom in. And that is a mast height of 35.85. Okay, so calculator. I need that on screen. There we go. 38.85 times 10 times divided by 110 milliradian times 4 for the magnification is 14.12. Is that correct? I think that might be a little bit far away. Although, no, could be. What did I say? 14.12. Okay, so 14.12. Yes. Blood tubes 1 and 4. Torpedo depth 8. They're both set to magnetic. Gyro angle is still synchronizing. Gyro angle is set to bow. Gyro angle is... oh, we can help it a little bit. We're also gonna switch that over to manual. There we go. That looks excellent, actually. That's 150, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 160. 160. So 38.85 times 10 divided by 160 times 4 equals 971 meters.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
971 meters. Target speed 7, angle on bow red 90. And that's the moment when we fire. And then we actually, unfortunately, have to do this manually in time pause. I want the salvo to be at an angle of 3.
Los!
Launch! Torpedoes are
40
launched,
Sekunden.
so we can run that.
Herr Kapitän. 30 Sekunden.
Ooh. Maybe a bit wrong on the speed measurement there. Oh well, we guessed it, so I'll be mad if that doesn't hit. But that just goes straight underneath. Nice. The other one hit though. Well, that one might get some with the LUT search pattern, but probably not. They rarely hit anything.
Herr Kapitän,
Mr. Mai, I need you to put in more T1 FATs. There's an LST, that might be a target. There's a Liberty, that might be a target. There's another C3. Liberty, C3, town class? No, all stacks are the same height. There's a Black Swan, there's another destroyer, there's another destroyer, that's an LST, there's another town class. There's another C3 behind us. That's the Black Swan hunting for us. There's another C3 behind us. Hard port.
Oder hart Backbord.
I think I'll turn around and go for that one.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
And slow speed ahead. Oh Jesus.
Ja? Herr Kapitän?
Yeah, that one's coming in again. Bring us to our attack course of 158.
Kurs 1, 5.
And down scope and bring us down to 100 meters.
Tauchen auf 100 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
E-Motoren besetzen. Schneller, schneller. Melden Sie mir die
And give me the
Tiefenmessung.
absolute depth here.
Schraubengeräusche direkt über uns.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik.
Give me the depth.
Machen das schon.
Come on.
Tiefe unter Kiel.
80 meters. Okay. Bring us down to, well, I mean, we're already at 30 meters depth. So 100 should be fine. Mr. Mai, I would like another one, please. That one does not seem to have any more depth charges, otherwise she would have dropped by now.
50 Meter.
Bring us back to periscope.
Seebohrtiefe.
Both engine slow speed.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Get on the dive planes.
Meter. 10 Meter. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seebohrtiefe. Boot
Up
für
scope.
Rückblick eingesteuert.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin?
Oh, that's not the one that I wanted to go for, is it? Is it already that far gone? That's not good.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
Thank you. You guys are still loading. About halfway done. Cube 1 and 4 is selected as a
Herr
salvo.
Kaloin, wir
Very
sind auf
nice.
Seebohrtiefe. Boot für Rundumblick eingesteuert.
I could go for that one. I think that's the one we're going for.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Now we can use that liberty over there to do a speed check, which we probably should do. Liberties are 135 meters long. Okay, so 135 meters long divided by come on. Come on, dive planes, please.
Kleine Fahrt
That's low.
voraus.
Actually, that one's better because it's closer. Excuse me? Why is there a German ship in there? Sonar decoy. Just locked onto my own sonar decoy. Okay, that is a Empire Explorer, 123.9 meters long. Okay, 124 meters long. And start the clock. Come on. 40 seconds. Takes a while. Click. 50 seconds. Divided by 50. $124 divided by 50 equals 2.48 meters per second times 1.904 equals 4.8 knots. I do not believe that for a second. Start the clock. 124 divided by It does take quite a long time. So now it looks like it stopped completely. What's going on there?
Sinkendes Wrack. 60 Grad.
I mean, gotta take the opportunity when it presents itself, right? That the ship seems to have stopped. That is at 70 milliradian with a mast height of 29.6. 29.6. Hang on. 29.6 times 10 divided by 60 milliradian on the zoom in equals 19.7. Could be.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
19.7, speed 0, angle on bow irrelevant. Select tube 1,
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estig geortet.
flood tube 1.
Sehr nah.
Oh god.
Schneller,
Flight speed.
schneller! Tor 1 bewältigt.
Tube 1, launch!
Los.
Now where's that thing dropping depth charges? Right behind us. Okay, nice. That is that's the Black Swan class. Only drop 2?
Herr Kapitän,
Okay. I hope the fart range on that will not cause problems. And also, she's not completely stationary, but she's like 1 knot or 2 knots, so that could hit.
30 Sekunden. Torpedoversager.
No! How are we still getting duds? Honestly, how are we still getting duds? The reason I'm asking this is because Mr. Mai has a skill called Thorough. The officer carefully carries out maintenance of torpedoes, completely eliminating the risk of detonator failure. Now that is an OP skill, but apparently it's not completely eliminating the risk of detonator failure. So either the text is wrong or something else is wrong here.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
So that thing is not going 0 knots, that's going like 2 knots. Let's set target speed to 2 knots. Distance to target. That is 28 milliradian on 124 meters. So 124 meters of mast height times 10 divided by 28 milliradian. No. No, I don't think so. That is 30 though. What am I calculating here? 124 times 10 divided by 28 milliradian. That thing. Oh yeah, 4,400 meters. No, that thing is not 4.4 kilometers away. Definitely not. Hang on. What am I doing here? 124 times 1,000 is the other formula. Divided
Herr
by
Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich
28
gefechtsbereit.
milliradian.
Keine Panik. Konzentriert euch auf eure Aufgaben.
4,428. No, that can't be. On the zoom in, it's at 120. 124 times 1,000 divided by 120 times 4. 4.1. No, that is simply wrong. That thing is not 4 kilometers away. Yeah, maybe I should take the mast height and not the ship length. An idiot. 29.6. 29.6 times 10 divided by 28 milliradian, 1 kilometer. Yeah, that's more like it actually. Probably still closer. That's 32 now. 29.6. 29.6 times 10 divided by 32 milliradian, 925 meters. Yeah, that's more like it. Select tube 4, you get to the CIC. What did I say? 925. That was dumb. Holy cow, I lost so much time on that. Angle on bow 90, speed. Oop. Speed set to 2. 925. Angle on bow green 90. And that is an Empire Explorer. Torpedo tubes are magnetic, and we're gonna flood tube 4. Torpedo depth needs to be set to 9.5 actually. And you're gonna turn around to the left after 1250. Torpedo tube 4. Launch.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden.
Whew. Okay, that was a bit stressful.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. Schwere Schäden.
There we go. Hello, Black Swan. How have we still not got your name? Come on, you gotta have your name somewhere. On the bridge wing. On the stern somewhere? No. Oh, is it? No, that's just bolts. Okay. Doesn't the hull say the name? Shouldn't it? Surely. No, it doesn't. What's this? The German warships have their names written on here, on the bridge wing. This one doesn't. They got a med kit right there. That's good. Maybe she doesn't have a name. That's sad. Oh well. There's one. There's another one. Yeah, we're gonna go for that one. D3. Well, we didn't get a speed reading of that, unfortunately. Angle on bow is 100. Distance. Now that has a 38 meter mast height. And we see it at 110 on the zoom in. 38 times 10. 110 times 4. 13.8 hectometers. 13.8. Angle on bow is 100. Speed set to 7. Deckung. Flood tube 1. Select tube 1.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Torpedo depth 8.
Beträchtliche Entfernung.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
And you're gonna veer to the left after 1400 meters. Tube 1. Actually, that's more like 90 now. Launch! Torpedo away. It's the might. Get back on that. I still need one more. And then that one I spot at 50. More like 60. But on the zoom out, so that's
40 Sekunden bis
Americans had
Torpedoeinschlag.
14 torpedoes scrapped into the crew screen stores. Yeah, it would appear so. That one was not happy.
30 Sekunden.
38 times 10 divided by What did we say? 60? Yeah, I think 60.
20 Sekunden.
No, not minus. 60.
Torpedoversager.
And another dot. That's 630 meters, and that seems to be stationary as well. 630 stationary. Select tube 2. Flood tube 2. Torpedo speed.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Target speed 2.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Also magnetic. Angle on bow is 100. That looks good. That looks good. That all looks good.
Los!
Launch.
Herr Kaloin? Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
We seem to be being sabotaged at this point.
30 Sekunden.
It's gonna hit very far forward.
20 Sekunden.
Hit though. But that means that that thing is going even slower than 2 knots. So they seem to have an issue over there with, like, that one went stationary, that one went stationary. That maybe the sub's there, maybe, I don't know. Right, hard to port.
Oder hart Steuerbord.
Bring us to our base course of, what did I write down? 068. That's in front of us.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Thank you, Mr. Mai.
Ihre Befehle.
I need, yeah, just chuck the T3s in the tubes.
Hüllenbruch! Sie sinken!
That'll have been the Liberty class over there, the Empire class. So that can stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
Let that, what's that? That's a River class Corvette, I think. Right in front of us here. Let them dump their depth charges in front of us, that's fine.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
Yeah, that's fine. H46, I think I've spotted that thing like 3 times at this point. I think she might be going down. She's taking on a lot of water though. Yeah, both engines.
Kleine Fahrt
Slow
voraus.
speed.
Ja,
Actually, let's use that. Hang on. Downscope. You get on the diesels, on the electric engines.
ja.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
I'm gonna drop a decoy over here. Now, water depth is 100 meters, so we're gonna go down to 90.
Tauchen auf
We're
90
gonna
Meter.
increase speed.
Schneller, schneller!
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
While these explosions are going on, we can use the noise pollution. Create as much noise as we want, because they won't hear us anyway. We're not being pinged at the moment, so that's good.
25 Meter.
Also, head down. Noises have stopped.
Kleine Fahrt
That's slow.
voraus.
And now we just have to get away.
60 Meter.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Nice.
Rohr 2 geladen. Verstanden,
Yeah, you
Kommandant.
can just load whatever the fuck you want.
Aktuelle Tiefe 70 Meter. Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher
Yeah, they're
Entfernung.
depth charging the other boat. We still got that? Yes, we do. He's right here. Doesn't seem to be damaged. Type 7B. Oh, she did catch one though. The darkness. Oh, well, actually, no, that could be alright. Oh, she's. What on earth are you doing? Did she overshoot, maybe? That's how they always die. I think I figured it out. Hopefully the devs are aware of that. That boat was evading depth charges, decided to go back on attack course or on periscope depth. But actually no, that doesn't look like they just overshot. That actually looks like they surfaced, like they fully intended to surface. What on earth are you doing? And they've abandoned ship. And the survivors are being shot by the allies. Yeah, that's normal. I still wonder, is that maybe the thing that happened here? They want to evade depth charges, and then when they go back to periscope depth, they overshoot, come to the surface, and then they get fired by deck guns, and that's how all of the NPC boats always sink. Am I onto something here, or was that nonsense? I have no idea what they did there. That just seems strange. That seemed very strange. Super strange. Okay, bring us 45 degrees to starboard, and then we're gonna hopefully get out of this convoy. They keep depth charging the area where the other sub was found. So maybe we can get away. Just to Google that. Now, Colin, you're gonna have to help me. I don't know what SOE stands for. You're gonna have to spill the beans on that one. Not good. Please only be one ping. Oops. It's getting more shallow here. That's also not ideal. Oh no, that's really not good. Why is that lighting up in red? No idea. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can evacuate the bow compartment again. I want you guys causing noise in the front there.
Sie ist als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe.
And they've spotted us again.
Das wird nicht einfach. Aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres überstanden. Lasst uns ruhig bleiben.
That one's coming in directly above us, and
60 Meter.
no depth charges because they don't have any anymore. Yep. Hey, Captain Mangle, welcome in. How are you doing, sir? Also, Oda Meisenmann, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. And I just saw that because I'm a bit busy here, I suppose. Still, thank you. Right, they are just watching you over lunch. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I hope you enjoy your lunch then. What are you having?
Wurden von Estik geortet.
7 units of vegetables. There we go. We're still being pinged. They still know where we are. More pings. Did we have a watch change? I don't think we did. All of you guys on command, please. And then I don't need you on the TDC anymore. You can go on the radio. Whatever that helps. Probably not much.
Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
Das wird nicht einfach. Aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres überstanden. Lasst uns ruhig bleiben.
Schraubengeräusche. Direkt.
Yeah, they are all out of depth charges. They've dropped all of them.
Feindliche Schiffe geben Alarm.
Bleibt wachsam. Aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon. Kurs 3, 4.
Change course again.
Das wird nicht
What
einfach.
again?
Aber wir haben
Yeah, we gotta go much deeper. Honestly, that's the
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe geben
100 to 200 meters all the way over here.
Feindliche Schiffe geben Alarm.
There it gets deep.
unseren Mut zu
200 to 300 meters. Yeah, and then
Das Wrack.
yeah, I mean that's where we want to go anyway for the milk cow. That's fine.
dies gegen diese Jäger
Now I wonder, since they all don't have depth charges anymore, pretty much, could I just blank speed and get out of here? Like IRL, that doesn't make any sense because my batteries would be empty in half an hour. But in game I can. I wonder if they would just get fed up with me speeding away from them.
Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit. Wir wissen, wie es geht. Bringen wir den Spieß gegen diese Jäger um.
Because they can't follow me forever, you know.
30 Grad. Sinkendes Wrack. 325 Grad. Zerstörer. 190 Grad. Zerstörer. 170 Grad. Sinkendes Wrack.
And they seem to have given up.
Korvette. 175 Grad.
What's the depth here?
Ja. Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel. 5.
Another 50 meters. So we're not gonna crash into any wrecks on the bottom. That's good, because they did say there's a sinking wreck directly ahead. Don't want to crash into that on the bottom.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle?
I suppose you could repair the stern tube now.
Hecktorpedorohr repariert.
Thank you.
Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
And you're gonna need a new spare part for that.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Kommandant.
Yeah, they seem to have given up. Both engines half speed ahead. Let's get out of here. Excellent.
Kapitän.
Yeah, they're all moving away. Okay, we can probably pop up to the surface, or at least for periscope depth. 10 to 16 miles, 5 to 10 miles, all moving away. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. Mr. Leimkühler, get on the dive planes, please. You can dismiss your sailors and bring us up to periscope
Auf
depth.
Seerohrtiefe.
35 Meter.
And then Mr. Scholz on the periscope, both engines dead slow.
Kommandant, wir sind auf Periskoptiefe. Boot klar für
Let's go.
Rundumblick.
Oh, okay. That's excellent. Horrible visibility. Yep, they're not gonna hunt after us in this weather. Low ballast.
10 Meter.
Both engines half speed ahead.
Fahrt voraus.
Down scope. Yeah, obviously the radar warning receiver is going crazy because there's still contacts around. Oh, actually the visibility is not that bad. Whoops. I thought it looked way foggier. Well, we can't see their hulls anymore, so that's fine. Right, both engines half speed ahead, that's good. Dismiss direct orders and cancel alarm state. Then you can send all of your sailors away. Except for the ordinary watch crew.
Funkmesssignale geortet. Peilung 165 Grad.
No, there is a few. Okay, we wanna... These ones moving away. Are they going to Iceland by any chance? Maybe. Like they shot all their depth charges and now they need to refuel and they're going to Iceland for that for some reason. Still on the first boat with no range. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, we are on the 15th of April 1945 and yeah, things are looking very strange. For some reason we've got a Spanish exchange officer on board called Señor Hilta. No idea what High Command wants me to do with him, but I suppose we got something on the line here. And yeah, we've just dropped a spy of Ireland. I know High Command wants me to go all the way up here, but we're gonna recharge on the milk cow first. And now we can finally leave. Okay, time compression is going. We're gonna switch back to normal lights. And keep going northwest. Oh, 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 oh. That's gotta be a plane. Alright. Blank speed and bring us down to 50.
55 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. 30 Meter.
And then we're gonna wait that one out.
Aktuelle Tiefe 50 Meter.
Until like, let's do 7 AM. Very good. Periscope depth.
Seerohrtiefe.
Wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
And, well, just surface. It's fine. Now, Mr. Reinecke, I need you on the radio for a second there. Send those messages. There we go, and get back onto your radar detector. And please don't tell me that you've got another one. Nah, looks good. Okay, let's keep going. We're nearly out of Allied aircraft range. I say, and immediately get spotted again. Yeah, I mean, gotta do what we gotta do. Get down.
50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Wait that out for 2 hours. Until 1500. There we go. Bring us back to Periscope.
10 Meter.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Up scope. Have a little look-see around, but I don't think you'll see much. No. Periscope. Not Periscope.
5
Low
Meter.
ballast. And then we definitely need to recharge our compressed air. And also, maybe we should give the boys their bow compartment back. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, we're struggling to blow the tanks because I forgot to recharge compressed air this entire time. And now that the compressor is working against it, we actually get to pump out the ballast tanks. There we go. Yeah, now they're empty. And now we're recharging. Very good. Okay, both engines.
Langsame
Actually,
Fahrt
let's stay on half ahead
Halbe Fahrt
until we're out.
voraus.
Also extend the snorkel.
Ja. Schnorchel ausfahren.
And then just keep going, keep going, keep going. Get out of that range. There we go. We've made it safely outside of Allied aircraft range.
Schnorchel einfahren.
Means we can retract the snorkel. And it also means we can slow down a little bit. Because we need fuel.
Funkmesssignale geortet.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
That will be a convoy. Yep, that is a convoy. I would attack that if I had torpedoes, but I don't, so I'm gonna let that one pass. 260 degrees. They're most likely... Are they heading my way? Jesus.
Große Fahrt
Both
vor.
engines plan full speed. 260, that means they're from my port side. Are they heading to Iceland? That's strange. Yeah, we're gonna get out of the way of that thing and keep going. Unfortunately, cannot attack it. I'd love to, but we can't.
Alarm beenden.
Yeah. Yeah, looks good. But we're gonna tell High Command about that.
Setzen.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
And we're getting out. Okay.
Geortet.
Both engines slow speed.
210 Grad.
No more contact. That's lovely. And we're gonna get into our resupply range. Oh, look at that weather. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I think it is. I think that's positively... Special Operations Europe. Okay, thank you. I did imagine something like that. But yeah. Oh, you mean because of smuggling those torpedoes in without us noticing? Yeah. I get it. I get it. Took me a while. The fuse was only lit by an ember there, but I got there. Okay, let's see. Still got plenty of vegetables, so that's good. Let's restock our galley while we can. Another 12 and some more preserved pork. We are low on cheese though, so we can probably stuff the cheese in there and create a free slot in our inventory. Right, Mr. Reinecke, get on the radio please. And we are going to need a resupply. U488. It's a bit late for that, but I do like to have them named. All the way on the other side. Okay, both engines half speed.
Koordinaten setzen.
And how long will that thing wait there? 2 days. No, that's 286 miles and we are doing 11 knots. 280 miles, that's... we need a bit over 24 hours, that's fine.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I keep forgetting to relieve them of their duties once I'm done with whatever I needed of them. At 6 in the morning we arrive at our resupply ship, very nice, on the 20th of April 1945.
Kleine Gruppe. Heilung 0 Grad.
There she is.
Uboat. Direkt voraus.
Finally I have no trouble spotting that. Also, why are you on the TDC? Are we still on battle stations? No. Type? 14? Yes. Are they in the recognition menu? B1, 7B, 7C? No, they're not. That's funny, but the type is recognized automatically.
Kurs
I think there should be a random chance of having a like a what's it called? Not a harbor raid, but an air raid when you do resupply. As in, once the Enigma is cracked, they know when you meet up with the boats, and then they send carrier-bound aircraft to interrupt your resupply. That should be a thing. Unfortunately, it isn't yet. I'm sure they will work on that. Oh, then slow speed ahead. Oh, have they like found their remains, or what happened there? Both engines dead slow. Or why are they only burying them today? Both engines stop. And throw over the lines. More us to them. Here we go. I need my merchant. Transfer survivors. And I would like to see your cargo. Well, we have cheese, we've got sausages, very nice, and fresh bread. Now, I also very much like... Ooh! Oh. Decoys, please. And fuel. 1 a ton! Beautiful prices. Torpedoes. Do you have torpedoes for me? Yes, you do. Okay, I will need all of them. Food-wise, yeah, let's wait until the... What, 6 hours until that's all stored, and then my commanding officer, for some reason on the TDC, no idea why, I will need those decoys, please. There we go, and then we need more cargo. I need that bread very much, thank you. And yes, very good. Let's... Can we get some more torpedoes? No, not just yet. Another 5 hours. Can we get new torpedoes now? Yes. 85 for the stern and some more for the rest of the tubes. Return to the ship and let's replenish. Very good. Both engines slow speed ahead. I think I should probably head for the next milk cow as well. Also, yeah, let's go. Keep forgetting that. Yeah, I do enjoy when we get to spend time outside of the Allied aircraft range. That is very, very refreshing. Also, I seem to have... Yep. What's going on? The wife of Andreas Trümel has delivered a son. Both well. Congratulations. Well, aren't you a lucky person? Sounds like they'll make it then.
Die Flottille hat eine Funknachricht für Sie gesendet. Ihre Frau hat einen Jungen zur Welt gebracht. Beide sind wohlauf, so die Nachricht. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, mein Freund. Wirklich? Das sind fantastische Neuigkeiten. Ich kann es kaum erwarten, nach Hause zu kommen und meinen Sohn zu sehen. Danke, dass Sie mir das mitgeteilt haben, Herr Kaloin.
About that going home part. We've actually received orders. I've got a secret stash here. And that one tells me that Senor Hilta is actually a spy and he's to be deployed to Argentina. So we're gonna have to make a little detour. Milk Cow has already been strategically placed in the way there. So we're actually not going home for a while. Yeah, we're about to deploy. We're about to resupply on that Milk Cow and then keep going south. So might be a while until we see your son. Sorry about that. 235 degrees. Out here, a plane. Ah, yeah, okay, that's a convoy. Yeah, actually, we can't do that, unfortunately. Moving away. We're not going to chase them. We're not gonna waste fuel. We've got orders here.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung. 275 Grad. Herr Kaloin,
It's that one again. We've run across this one in the past. I think that's an Easter egg. Like the fact that it's always here, like the Icelandic fast patrol boat, Charlie Echo 28. That has to be an Easter egg. That's like a Flying Dutchman kind of thing. Hilarious.
Große Fahrt
Let's leave that
voraus.
behind before it spots us. Because everything is like spawned in instances and whatnot, and this is the second time I've run across it. And also, I've run across it in another save when I did mod testing. I've run across it as well, and it was also north of the Azores. That it has to be on purpose, or I don't know. Maybe it's a consistent bug. Who knows? But yeah, Icelandic torpedo boat in the middle of the North Atlantic. That seems about right.
Langsame Fahrt voraus. Kurs setzen.
wird erledigt. Herr Kaloin.
There we go. Winnie, resupply please.
Funkspruch erhalten.
That is U463. All the way down there.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Off we go.
Mastspitze. Kleine Gruppe. Peilung 5 Grad. U-Boot 5 Grad.
And another resupply available. Where is it? All the way over there. Nice.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Alle Maschinen.
There we are. Send our merchant over. He's there. Nice. Let's see your cargo too. You've got canned bread. Lovely. I'll take it. And that's pretty much all we can get from you. Well, one more unit of bread, thank you. Fuel, thank you. Torpedoes. Well, you don't have a T1 for me, that's sad. But you do have a T1 LUT, and I can replace these ones. Very nice, thank you. Thank you, much obliged. Both engines small speed ahead.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Off we go. Now we're gonna go to Cape Verde as well.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Continue our travel southward. And it is now the 28th of April. Well, not long to go now.
Herr Kommandant, es ist vorbei. Befehl des Oberkommandos. Alle Schiffe und U-Boote müssen versenkt werden. Wir können sie nicht dem Feind überlassen.
All ships and submarines of the Kriegsmarine not suitable for fishing or mine clearing have to be sunk in order not to hand them over to the enemy. That is Operation Rainbow, which happens at the end of World War II. We talked about it earlier. All of the U-boats in the German bays and all that, they were all scuttled. Quite a large number of them. Yeah, for fishing and mine clearing, that's obviously what you can use them for after the war in order to not have to hand them over. And there would be a civilian purpose for it. Obviously, that does not really count for attack submarines, so all of us have to be scuttled. Now, let us keep going then. What's the distance of that travel? That is a route of 4,500 miles, and we have enough fuel for 11,000 miles, so we can actually do that. Right, let's keep out of the Allied aircraft range then, for as long as we can. And keep going south.
Funkspruch erhalten.
On the 30th of April, the Führer has fallen with his soldiers in heroic battle for Germany in Berlin. Grand Admiral Dönitz takes over for the political leadership and the supreme command of the German troops. The battle of our people goes on. Well, about that, this Senor Hilter looks more and more suspicious every day, and he didn't even react to that message at all. He is just like, oh yeah, that happened. Yeah, battle for Germany is still going on. I feel like that should be a lot more red at this point. It is the 2nd of May 1945, and we are continuing our travel south. 3rd of May.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Another message coming in. My submarine men, 6 years of submarine warfare are behind us. You fought like lions. An overwhelming superiority has pushed us together in a very small space. It is no longer possible to continue the fight from the remaining base. Submarine men, unbroken and flawless, you lay down your arms after an unparalleled heroic battle. We remember with awe our fallen comrades who sealed their loyalty to the fatherland with their death. Comrades, keep your brave submarine spirit with which you have fought valiantly and undeterred for many years, also in the future for the good of our fatherland. Long live Germany, your Grand Admiral. I guess that is the unconditional order of surrender then. It is still looking very, very blue here. 4th of May 1945. We keep going. We have special orders that override every other order. The 5th of May, and I think on that day the map will swap over. I think that, yeah, that no longer looks blue. That looks beige. Yeah, that's the same color as Spain. Like that is no longer Axis. That is just neutral at this point. Interesting. I wonder if I can still use that milk cow down there. I'm curious. We keep going. Oh, we're gonna pass the equator. That means we have to do a baptism. Equator baptism. Yeah, there's the equator. Well, that usually...
Neue Befehle vom BDU erhalten.
Mission failed, transfer the spy to the... But we did? I suppose that's for that. Yeah, occupied by allies, there's that. All waves, Hubertus North Sea, repeat every 2 hours. To all boats, an unconditional surrender has come into terms. The following instructions from representatives of the allies must be followed immediately. From now on, only march surfaced. Set a large black or blue flag. Throw all ammunition overboard. The ban on scuttling issued by the allies or damage to a boat must be followed. Your standing order is to surrender to the nearest allied warships or at the nearest port. Well, we've got different orders about that. Yeah. And now all the ports are neutral, look at that. So we should not be attacked anymore. I say should, I don't trust it.
Kurs setzen.
Bestätige.
I have a feeling that headquarters is no longer available. Yeah, I have a feeling that milk cow also is no longer available. Yes, they still find remains discovered on the battlefield of soldiers who were missing, presumed killed in action, or even to this day or over 100 years later. Man, that is so crazy. I suppose it is like today when they find remains, they have a easier time to determine what that was. I think like if you find corpses in the 70s, they had a bit more like with DNA testing and whatnot. That was not as prevalent. I suppose there's more. You actually find more people that you can determine who they were nowadays than about like 50 years ago, I would assume. Like, fatigue is starting to set in on my boys. We have to keep going though. We have got 76% of fuel. We should make it. That is all fine.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
I've never been this far south, I think, in this game. IRL? Yes. But in this game? No. Let's see if I can still get the milk cow. That would be the first time I ever used this milk cow. I immediately placed it there. Really?
Schiff. 270 Grad.
That's an Empire Tower. Yeah, I mean, like, I wonder if I set the flag now, if it's gonna be black or blue or something, or if they did not include that in the. Ah, they didn't. Okay, fair enough. We can keep the flag up though. Found battle dresses with the regimental buttons. One of the Cameronian Highlanders and the other of Gordon Highlanders. Lewis was the battle the most Scottish regiments served together. Oh yeah, I mean, also impressive that has remained intact. Although, I mean, with regimental buttons, yeah, sure, they're made of metal, right? Yeah. Interesting. And it's nice, like if you're of the family, I mean, obviously like that's so long ago nobody knows them anymore. But if it's part of your family history and you get, well, I don't want to say closure, but like is it? I don't know which word to use for that. Like a chapter of your family history has like another puzzle piece fitted into place. That you know that man did not desert or disappear or anything, but that he actually fell in battle. Wait, where's Ascension Island? Is that Ascension Island? Ah, that's Ascension Island. There should be an aircraft base on that. Oh, or is... There it is. Oh, we just passed through there. Okay, never mind. We don't need to resupply anyway. We've got enough fuel. I kind of want to know. Oh well. So we're not going to report that funnel smoke because officially we are no longer in service.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
We have got another 319 miles to go and we're doing 4 knots. 319 miles. That'll take us 3 days. Okay, I think we can speed up a little bit.
Voraus.
Right, it is midday and we're doing 8 knots. And we have got another 99 miles to go. That'll take us about 12 hours, so we would arrive at midnight. In that case, we can slow down a little bit. Let's arrive in the morning.
Schornsteinrauch, 135 Grad. Schornsteinrauch, Peilung 30 Grad.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that they simulate traffic down here. I would not have expected that. I would not have expected that. Right, let's hawk the shoreline. And that is Buenos Aires, yes. Good air. Also, we should probably start dumping the ammo. Maybe some canned meat. How's the morale holding up? Still going up. Okay, good. We're overboard. Let's get rid of that stuff.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
We can get those in.
Handelsschiff, 130 Grad.
Right. Throw overboard. There we go. And then the torpedoes. That's kind of sad.
Jawohl. Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 4 bewässert. Rohr 3 bewässert. Rohr 2 bewässert. Rohr 3 bewässert.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
And tube 5. I think we still have a Wren in that, so I gotta be careful that it doesn't hit me, because there's nothing else out here.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
It's very shallow here.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
What are you doing? Where are you going? You cannot tell me that this torpedo out of the tube picked up the merchant ships all the way over there. You cannot tell me that. Not Playway, Deepwater Studios, what the hell are you talking about? That is not how the Wren works. Thankfully it sank before it got to it.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Right, Mr. Mai, you've got your work cut out for you. We unfortunately have to load all of the torpedoes into the tubes with very, very high menial labor, only to then dump them into the sea. I'm sure morale is very high at the moment.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Actually, keep the speed.
Rohr 1 geladen. Rohr 1 bewässert.
Ja,
Rohr 4 geladen. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kanon?
Rohr 4 bewässert.
And launch.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Load that one. I kind of feel bad for Argentina that they have to... I should probably have dumped those out here in the Atlantic and not in the mouth of the River Plate. Is it Rio de la Plata in Buenos Aires? I think it is, right? I think it is. Yes, I should probably not dump these ammunitions in the delta of the Rio de la Plata. I think they might be cross with me for that one. But I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot.
Rohr 4 geladen.
My bad.
Rohr 3 geladen.
Ja,
You don't have to go away from the bow torpedo room. I'm gonna need you again in about 5 seconds.
Rohr 4 bewässert.
The hunt! Well, the hunt
Rohr
is
1
over.
bewässert. Rohr 3 bewässert.
I keep doing that.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Torpedo dud? What do you mean? Why can't I fire these? Because that one's dry. Fair enough. And what about the other one? That's also dry. Okay. Plot that.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Launch! Yeah, the hunt is over. It is the 21st of May 1945. Germany has surrendered about 20 days ago. And we are just now dumping our torpedoes in not close to the shore of Argentina, and we will scuttle our boat in the delta of the Rio de la Plata, and then we will spend the chaos of the post-war era, where everybody else is still cramped up in POW camps and whatnot. We are going to spend that time in Argentina, and I think we're going to be the luckiest boat crew. Also, we got a special guest on board that High Command cramped on my boat in the last possible second. Where is he? This is a Spanish exchange officer by the name of Senor Hilta. No idea who that is. And he was a weird guy. He told me that he wants to work in a Volkswagen factory in Argentina. When the surrender order came over the radio. It's just a weird guy. No idea who that is. So he refuses to wear an officer cap, and he hides his face in a woolen, with a woolen hat and sunglasses. Very peculiar guy. And also he doesn't speak a word of Spanish. It's weird.
Rohr 2 geladen.
Right, and I think that's the last of the torps, right? Yes, tube 1 and
Wie
tube
lauten
2.
Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
So flood that.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Launch.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Launch. And that's it. I mean, all ammunition dumped, apart from the anti-air ammunition, IFPR. Can we dump that as well? Oh, we have to carry it in, I think. Who's doing that? Richard May, very good. That's gonna take a while, I'm sure. All in? Yeah, okay. Throw overboard. Dump it. And then Richard takes some spare parts, because we don't have to dump those. He knows you might need them. Okay, let's go. Keep going. And then maybe report our position and that we've done all of what they asked. We're out of range. Understandable. And we still got smoke over the horizon over there. Oh, and we used quite a bit of compressed air to push out those torpedoes. The tragedy of Loos was that they were killed by their own side. Oh no. The first British use of gas in World War I, and the wind direction changed and blew the gas back over the British lines. Oh, that is tragic. That is, yeah. The use of gas in and of itself in World War I, absolute travesty. And yeah, it is a fickle thing. It can bite you in the butt. Just as well as it might the enemy. Right, we can fast forward again. Very nice.
Handelsschiff. 95 Grad.
4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, look at that. Both engines. Slow speed ahead. 95 degrees. That is off our starboard. I don't see it. Wanna be honest. Oh, there it is. Spanish. Yeah, Senor Franco gets to hold on to power a while longer.
Bestätige.
When did they depose of Franco, by the way? I keep forgetting that. To 1975. Man. Right, and here we are. I hope that there is actually a harbor for me to look at.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Let's see once it loads in. Still loading the instance. There it is.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Por un caminito y piedra, el burrito cordobés, la siesta parece darle una paz que huele a miel. El arroyo canta, cántame mi amor, la tarde se ha dormido junto al sol. Por un caminito y piedra, el burrito cordobés, tranquilo el trotecito, tranquilo el andar, total no tiene apuro, apuro por llegar. Uy, 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 no lo apures, uy, 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 no lo silbes, total no tiene apuro mi burrito cordobés. Por detrás de una lomita, el lucero apareció y el viento le hace caricias al silencio de la flor. El burrito es sombras, sombras y arrebol, lo acompaña el changuito silbador. Por un caminito y piedra, el burrito cordobés, tranquilo el trotecito, tranquilo el andar, total no tiene apuro, apuro por llegar. Uy, 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 no lo apures, uy, 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 no lo silbes, total no tiene apuro mi burrito cordobés.
And there we are. On the shoreline of Argentina. Just outside of Buenos Aires.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Well, and then I suppose all that's left to do. Both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Turn off that diesel. Mr. Landkühler.
Ja,
Mr. Scholz. Furl the colors a final time. This vessel is by now decommissioned. and Lime Cooler will open the valves to set her down for one last time. And we will surrender to the Argentinians. Gather the crew on the deck, we have to surrender. That's 3 achievements right away. Oh, okay. Third Reich capitulated on the 8th of May 1945 after almost 6 years of war. The war accounted for 28,000 casualties among sailors serving on the U-boats. The crew of U-298 surrendered at May 22nd, 1945 in Buenos Aires after 5 years of service. U-298 completed 32 patrols during its service and special missions. Well, that's not actually true. Not U-298 did that, but my commanding officer did that on several boats. The attack of the Scapa Flow, recovery of the Enigma machine from U-676, Atlantic War Theater operations, weather station deployment on Bear Island, Atlantic Theater operations, weather station deployment on Jan Mayen, East Cross Cove. Long name. What? Okay. It's documented that during its service, U-298 sunk at least the following ships: the Royal Oak Nelson-class battleships, which is not a Nelson-class battleship, the Pegasus illustrious aircraft carrier, the Formidable illustrious aircraft carrier, the Victorious illustrious aircraft carrier, 3 cruisers, including the Sussex, 198 merchant ships. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Too close. Just missing 2. Totaling 1,305,025 gross registered tons, 29 tankers, 17 destroyers, 12 corvettes. They suffered 12 casualties during the service. After the war, they were returned to their homes in Germany. The end. Well. 07. That's it. That was the story of Commanding Officer Weight Loss Games, who is going to do another run very soon, once the new DLC drops. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much. We will continue this. Well, not continue this. We will. The channel will continue. That's what I want to say. Obviously, I'm currently in the middle of setting up my treadmill finally. And I still need to drill some holes in my flat to set up the sensors and all that. And then we will get back to VR treadmill streaming very soon. I am very looking forward to that. And then also we're gonna do some Silent Hunter 3 whilst we wait for the Distant Coast DLC on U-Boat. And then next time you see something U-Boat related on this channel, it will be Silent Hunter 3, and we're gonna compare Silent Hunter 3 to U-Boat. We're going to compare the features that we like on U-Boat and on Silent Hunter 3. And we will, just have a grand old time with a 20-year-old game and see what they did better, if they did anything better, and all that. If they did anything better, and also, obviously, we're going to look at the features that we are very grateful for in U-Boat. I can already think of at least 5 from the top of my head. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you soon. If you're on YouTube, leave a like. I would appreciate that. If you like the video, you know. If you don't like it, you don't have to press like. I'm not your boss. I'm not your mom. You can do whatever the hell you want. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon. And bye-bye.